trying to finish off what I was saying about two genders. I'm making a video about everything of how I feel. Hey, don't you consider it wrong when they try to tell you how to feel about things and how to think? Man, I consider that wrong. I don't like bullies. You like bullies? I don't like intimidators. I don't, fear doesn't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to yield to fear. I know a lot of people are. They see something fearful, they're timid, they tuck tail and run. They look at something that is intimidating. They're like, well, you know what? Let's go in a different direction. I've always been one of those people that I look at fear and I look at it something that's scary, and I keep on walking towards it. I don't know. God just created me different. So now I'm seeing all these political giants on TV telling you how to feel, how to think, how to be. And if you don't, you get canceled, you get fired, you get this, you get that, you get that, you get this. Hey, the point is that these people are playing a lot of shadow games. They're not as big as they want you to think that they are. They're not as big as they want you to think that they are. They're human beings. Let's start by there. They're not gods. They're human beings. Okay? And they're playing a whole lot of fear tactics. Okay? There's a whole lot of, how do you call it? How would you put this? There's almost like this energy that's going around the world, or at least here in the United States, and that the energy has this feel to it that is like, well, I gotta get on. Okay, what do they do with cattle? This is a perfect little example. Cattle, man, they get these little wolves or something like that, these dogs, and they kind of like have the dogs bark and snap at a couple sheep, and then all of them fall into line. They're like, well, I don't want to be that sheep that just got, you know, and so they get all into line. They start to walk in a straight line. This is no different. This is identical to what that is. They make a couple of examples out of a couple of people. Make no mistake about it. They cannot manage. They cannot control a herd that is their mind is taking them, their logic, their morals, their parents' principles. A human being that's following those things, they have no control over a human being like that. Yeah, you can send the wolves, you can send the dogs to bark and try, but a person like that is dangerous. They'll take that dog and that threat, that thing that's trying to get them in line, and they will rebel against that thing. They'll say, who you barking at? Who you trying to snap at? Who do you think you are? You know what I mean? Where's your master? And the master's like, well, I sent the dog. Hey, you got a little bit of pride in you, don't you? You think you're all high and mighty and exalted there. You're very, your mind thinks that you're bigger than me. You're this, you're that. You see, these people think that we're stupid. They think that we're small, insignificant, little peasants. You ought to see how Joe Biden thinks of you. You ought to see how all these politicians, Pelosi and all these people, if you had an ear on the wall as they talk behind your back of how they talk about the American people, if you understood that you are nothing but a pawn, that you are nothing but a little pawn, that quite frankly you're moved and shifted as they see fit. Oh, it makes more sense for them to be moved over here because we're going to, do some construction over here. Let's create something so everybody comes over here. You're that to them. You're an obstacle. You're just like, just tell them a story, guys. Tell them whatever you want. It doesn't even matter at this point. They believe everything. They're stupid. Man. For some of us, we understand this, but it's just, what gets me is that they think that they're so big, and they're really not that intelligent. They're really not. I know that they think they are. I know they think, oh man, we're so sophisticated, we got everything. Without us, the United States will crumble. Without you, the United States will live and survive and will excel. Oh no, but you have a mindset, you have a geared direction of where you're trying to take America, and so we're along for the ride, even if we disagree. And yes, we all disagree. Very few agree. But hey, You know, you see so many things going on in today's generation and society. Good is being called evil, and evil is being called good all over the place. Man, people are becoming like animalistic, bro. You know, you're seeing crazy stuff, man. You know, people, they're deforming their faces, they're deforming their bodies. Some people want to marry trees, other people want to, like the stuff you see, bro. We're living in a movie. I mean, this transgender stuff that is taken off. These people are fueling that. They're putting jet fuel on this thing, and they're putting on every commercial. They're putting on all the TV shows. They're putting on all the radio. They're putting everywhere you look. They want to make you feel like this is going on all over the place. When really it's a very few little minority, bro. Very, very small, tiny little percentage of people that think that way. But they're trying to make you feel like the majority of us think this way, and you, the minority, ought to join us. And if you don't, then we're going to intimidate you, bully you, just hold you down and just pin you down and make an example out of you. Man, you know what, guys? Listen to me. Listen to me good, okay? You got this one life, right? Bro, if you got any kind of love for yourself, I'll put it to you like that. If you have love for yourself, if you have pride of who you are, what you stand for, your convictions, your principles, your morals, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. If you got that going on, and guys, you know, now is the time to stand up. Now is the time to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? And if you're quiet, bro, if you're quiet and you're not expressing yourself, you're going to be living in a different type of world. Your children are going to be living in a different type of world. And the type of world that they're creating, bro, you're going to wish you had done something when you had the chance. We're still technically free here in America. That window is by the day closing. You can't tell me that these Democrats are for you. You can't tell me that they don't want to snuff your freedom like that. Come on. How, you know, they use this word called woke. Yeah, we're woke to the fact that y'all are some tyrants. Y'all are some oppressing tyrants that are doing everything backwards. That's my main issue with Democrats. They're backwards. And yeah, bro, like I have to go because, you know, I just have to go right now. But I can go on and on and on and on and on. And the thing about it is that 95% of the population agrees with everything I just said, man. You're gonna see the comment section, everybody agreeing. You're gonna see the like button go all the way up because everybody's on the same page. Because everybody, for the most part, has a moral compass on the inside saying, man, that's right, and man, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So now, where's your courage? Where's your boldness? Where's your backbone? Where's your leadership skills? Where's your, hey, listen, I'm not gonna follow evil, man. I'm not gonna follow evil. I won't be known for the guy that stood out and said, man, I stand against this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the fear intimidate you, man. Don't let it. They're playing shadow games. They're not as big as they think they are. They're not as tough. They're not all this. They're evil people, but at the same time, like, they play a lot of shadow games. You know, they're not as. We outnumber them 100 to 1, and that's the truth. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I gotta go.